Everybody, Quad Nine's here with the going over the lands again in my cube. They've been fairly updated since the last one. Uh, Usually I go by mana cost, but since these are lands, we're going alphabetical. Starting off with Academy Ruins, a couple good combos you can have with it. Good value. Ancient Tomb, some of the better ramp. All it does do 2 damage, usually you don't mind. Arid Mesa, I have all 10 fetches in here. Barbarian Ring, it is on the block for the first cut in the lands, if I ever decide to cut lands. But it's not horrible, it just only goes in one deck. Mono red. Blood Crypt, I've got all 10 shocks as well. Trying to pick them all up in the original Ravnica block, but I've got some of them so far. Bloodstained Mire. Boseiju, who shelters all, making stuff uncountable. Cabal Coffers, good mana ramp combo for the black or mostly black deck. Celestial Colonnade, I have the 5 World Wake man lands in here as well, so you get value out of your lands. City of Brass, picked this up in one of my Modern Masters boxes. Replaced the whiteboard one I had that I didn't like, so I like the shiny. Clifftop Retreat had the 10 core set / buddy lands. So fixing is usually pretty good in my cube, but not outstanding to where you're going to 5 color good stuff, but it's a possibility. Creeping Tarpit, Dragon Skull Summit, Drowned Catacomb, Dust Bowl. I really like it. Destroy target non-basic land when you get, because like in White Weenie or Mono Red or just a control deck that just has more lands in them. So, if they have some, like you said, non-basics, you definitely want to bring it in. Flooded Strand, Guy's Cradle. I'm looking forward to getting another one of these, so I don't have to swap it between this and my Legacy deck, because that gets kind of old. It's probably one of the few cards that comes out of my cube from time to time, just so I can go on the Legacy deck. Gitu Encampment, another mono red land, kind of a man land, but not really. Ghost Quarter, wasn't running it. I have a lot of land destruction. This one's not the best because it only gets rid of troublesome lands that actually set them back. But it's a foil signed original Ravnica block one, so I put it in here. Glacial Fortress, Godless Shrine, Hollowed Fountain, Hinterland Harbor, Isolated Chapel, Lava Claw Reaches, Marsh Flats, Mishra's Factory, the original man land, I believe, can be on there. Original best playable one anyway. Misty Rainforest, Mutavault, recently reprinted. Probably going to be really big and standard for the next year plus. So, Overgrown Tomb. Polluted Delta. Could only find a Chinese one, but my singles dealer made me a deal on it because, well, he plays my cube as much as I do. Almost every time I draft it, he's there. So he's like, well, you need one for the cube. So it's not in the greatest shape, but it's a Polluted Delta. And it was got rid of the one proxy I had in the cube. So Raging Ravine, Rashad Port, just really holds your opponent sometimes. Rootbound Crag, Sacred Foundry, Scalding Tarn, Shelldock Isle. Quietly one of the best cards you can pick, even first pickable. It's just really bonkers and limited in a 40 card format. It actually got taken out of the Moto Cube a while back, to many people's dismay, because it is in a lot of ways the best card in cube, because it doesn't take up a spell slot, but it lets you cast something crazy for free sometimes, especially with all the library manipulations I have. Steam Vents, Stirring Wildwood, Stomping Ground, Strip Mine, all the unfairness to land destruction you'll ever want. Sulphur Falls, Sunpetal Grove, Temple Garden, and a Hack Fresh Thawing Glaciers, courtesy of MTG headquarters. So, probably the best shaped thawing glaciers you'll see, from Alliances anyway. Talaria West usually plays for its transmutability. You can go get like Pact of Negation or any of the 0 cost other packs or artifacts, anything like that, or you can just use the land. Treetop Village, another good man land. The Orborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, makes everything the swamps, which there are a couple swamp walk creatures in the cube, but you know, it just kind of fixes for you. And if you have a fetch lands but have no more targets, all of a sudden you can tap them for black. Verdant Catacombs, fetch land. Wasteland. Since I do have a lot of non-basic lands in the cube, this almost always has a target. So you don't feel bad main decking it in my cube. Watery Grave. Wimbrisk Heights. Good aggro. Kind of like the Shield Alkali, you can get some for free, although its trigger is actually not as hard as Shield Alkali in some decks, but sometimes you just can never activate it. It's just the planes, basically. But sometimes you get the extra value, and that's what we want in the cube. We want value. Windswept Heath. Wooded Foothills, if I can get it up. And lastly, Woodland Cemetery. So, that's all the lands. Still working on the basic lands, trying to pimp them out. I've got quite a few Zendikar lands. Got a handful of unhinged lands, thanks to some of the trades with MTG headquarters and MTG McQuacks, as well as a couple from my local store. So still trying to pick some of those up. I'm going to try and do a top 10, top 20-ish type cards in my cube. Not necessarily for all cubes, but just in my cube pretty soon. So leave a comment down below if you'd like to see that, or any certain way you'd like it done, like per color or just overall. Also, just any comments you have on it, any questions, leave them down below. Please like it if you enjoy this series. And if you haven't subscribed already, just hit the subscribe button. I do try and get a few videos out a week for cube, pack openings, deck techs, just general ranting. So thanks for watching.